It's the 2 Minute Hats podcast. Let's talk about it every morning at 8:30 a.m. and also on Wednesday it's the midweek service at 6:30 p.m. You can also join our Facebook group on Facebook Podcast with the most. We got Tony Mays and Lavelle Salter. It's the 2 Minute Hats podcast. Let's talk about it.
Man, what it do? What it do? What it do?
Yes, sir. Midweek
we
service.
Here for this midweek service. And I got my good friend, the host with the most, Lavelle DJ One Love Salter. And it is me, your boy, the best bar builder in the city and surrounding areas, Tony Mays. We are here, man, live in living color. And we are getting ready to bring our special guest on for the evening. This brother, man, is a good dude, man. I don't care what nobody say about him. Good
Yes,
dude,
sir.
man. Good dude. And you know, he's one of the guys, man. One of the guys that I really respect in terms of ministry and in terms of this area. So let me go ahead on and just bring him on, because I don't never want to take away time. Well, Azon. So let me bring my guy to the stage.
Are you ready?
Man, give it up for our good friend and brother, Mr. Christopher Broom.
What up? What up? What up? What up?
So, brother, look, we're definitely glad to have you. You almost just became a regular.
I know, right?
Fourth time. Yeah, fourth time. He keep it down.
Hey, boy, you a regular. But yeah, I was just telling Lavelle prior to we bringing you on that you are one of the guys that really, even outside of ministry, one of the guys that I really respect for what you do. You do a lot of mentoring for our young people. You do a lot of motivational speaking, and you try to catch them and try to meet people where they are. And that's one of the things I really like about you. And so I think the very first time I heard you speak was at Whitehaven. Like that, like I heard you speaking, I was like, okay, that's that dude, that brother right there, on to something, you know. And ever since then, man, I think we developed a relationship, man, at least one from a professional standpoint, that we respect each other. And like I said, I really respect what you do, man. So tell us about Christopher Broom, man, because I don't think we ever really asked you that.
Nah, you haven't, man. Y'all haven't. Well, first of all, man, thank y'all for having me. And second of all, excuse my background. I'm usually in an office space or in my car, like he said. But I'm always moving, like seriously, I'm always moving. So forgive I'm literally sitting in front of a window. So I'm it's all good. But yeah, man, Chris Broom, a pastor Morning Grove, 41 years old, family guy, simple man. I love to watch movies, I love to read, I love to have fun, joke, put a smile on people's faces, but also be very serious about the work that I do, which is
Right.
going into the communities, helping young men, helping young women, helping parents, working in the schools, contracted with the schools. Got a 360 business on the side, the whole 9 yards, man. So, yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. Very simple guy.
Hey, man, so I'm detecting a small lisp. I went to the dentist today. Every time I go to the dentist, I feel like I come home with a lisp.
He's so stupid, man.
You detecting a small lisp from you or me?
From you. I'm detecting a small lisp from you. But anywho,
I got some new crowns.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's what it is.
Maybe
I
what
am
it
just
is
texting a
then.
little
Hey,
list.
maybe that's what it
Uh,
is.
He said the
yeah,
new thing. Everyone got them teethers.
he trying to get used to them chiefest.
Yeah, that might be what
You
it
know them
is.
teethers? Teethers.
Look, Asa said, "Oh, he wrote a book too." Yeah, we know he didn't wrote books, and we've been trying to get in the right one on how to get the woman, cause y'all struggling out here, fellas.
Yeah, Doc.
So
That's a whole
you
nother
said you was the
conversation.
pastor in Morning Grove, and so I found something. I be stalking people page sometimes, but I saw that you and your first lady getting ready to have a second anniversary.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
2
Second
years.
anniversary. Look, the colors are royal blue and black.
Yeah,
So
you did a
you've been
little.
there 2 years. Oh man, you got Christopher Davis coming over there to speak. Okay, so what has that been like pastoring for the last couple of years?
It's been intriguing. It's been a journey. Being a business owner, hey, I can do what I want to do in this business, how I want to do it, the way I want to do it, when I want to do it. Don't have to navigate nothing. But when you're talking about pastoring, you got people following you, and you
Right.
got people listening to you. You got to be very careful
Exactly.
about what you say,
Yeah.
how you say it, and the main thing is you cannot lose sense of self.
Right.
You just can't lose sense of yourself, man. And that is the biggest navigation. Trying to stay myself between pastoring, fatherhood, husband, work
Mhm.
life, like all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but other
Right.
than that,
Right.
no
Right.
complaints, man. No complaints. No complaints about it at all.
When you became a pastor, what adjustments did you have to make to because you already a busy dude. You was doing motivational speaking, already a busy, so becoming a pastor, that's a lot.
Yeah, so the biggest adjustment is I think more so just making sure that I understand there are more people watching than I think.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, way more people watching than I think. And I mean, man, I mean, I've had people I'm not even friends with on Facebook say they follow me on Facebook. And hey, I saw you did this and da da da. I saw you said this and that. Just being mindful that more people follow me than I realize, and just being careful with my words, but still navigating,
Right.
not losing who I am. Because I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna have fun. I don't care who likes it or not. I'm gonna do it my way, how I want to do it, how I'm called to do it. So the biggest adjustment is navigating, knowing that there's more eyes on me than ever, but
Right.
also not worrying about that to the point to where it affects who God created me to be.
Right. Yeah, because Azon said just you do comedy too.
not
One
not
of
on
your
not
one
on
of your
system.
favorite sayings that I love to see you put out there is y'all ain't praying.
Y'all
I
ain't
ain't
praying,
praying,
Doc.
man.
Y'all ain't praying.
I ain't praying.
Where did that come from?
Uh, Good question. That came from COVID. COVID. When the kids was at home and they were eating all the food, and in one particular incident, my girls started skating in the house. I said, "Y'all," so I put it out there on social media. These girls done got so bored and they skating throughout the living room. I said, "Y'all can't be praying for
Yeah,
me, man. Can't
Wow,
be
Doc.
praying." And so before I knew it, I started posting "Y'all ain't praying" as a
y'all ain't
hashtag.
praying.
And within
Wow.
2 weeks of doing that, bro, I sold like 200 and something the first night.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, the first week, I sold like 200 and some hoodies. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
So speaking of online, and me stalking your page, I wasn't really stalking this day. You had put a post out and I saw it. And when I saw the post, um, I immediately thought about some of the conversations Lavelle and I had, and that we even had on our podcast during the morning show, talking about men. Because I mean, sometimes, man, we're asked to be these strong
yep,
individuals,
yep,
strong back. we don't hurt, none of this stuff. And when I saw your post, I was like, that brother get it. Like, he get it. And so I actually text you this and I said, man, we're going to talk about this, And so I want to read this. It says, my prayers this morning are for men who feel like they can't express themselves. You're always giving, worried about the safety of your family, and working to make sure your family eats. As men, we bottle our emotions in because we don't want to put our burdens on our women and loved ones. The world tells us we're not valuable unless we have money and or giving a woman something. Then you said, I pray that God bless you with a safe space to express yourself without feeling less than a man. I also pray that God blesses you to feel whole, healthy, and healed, void of any material possessions. Bro, when I tell you I felt that, I felt that one. There are a lot of men, and for you to put this out here, like flesh and blood didn't reveal that to you. Nah. Flesh and blood did not reveal that to you, because there are a lot of men out here that feel like they have to bottle their emotions up, because if they really unleash those emotions or let those emotions free, then they're thought of as less than a man, sensitive. We were talking the other day about alpha males and just what's the other word, Lavelle?
Beta males.
No, masculinity and an alpha male.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of alpha males out here, to beat on their chest, want to stand out front, but you got masculine men that sit back. They don't have to be, showcasing, beating on the chest and to get the woman. And but most of the women go after the dude that's the alpha male, the dude that's gonna treat them like anything, and they'll step over us to get to that man. But then as soon as that man hurt them and they crying, we're the ones that's sitting there to pick up the pieces. And so anytime as men, we start to feel like we can't share or we can't show that vulnerable side of us, then, or if we do, we're soft. We're viewed as soft. You too soft. I need a real man. So kind of elaborate on what made you come up with that, and what was the thought process at that time when you wrote that?
Yeah, well, I meditate every morning. Every morning I meditate for at least 5 to 10 minutes, anywhere between that, that time frame. And every morning I try to focus on a thought, a very specific thought to drive my day. And that day, it just happened to be empathy for men. Because men, even from a child up, we're taught, stop crying like a little girl, or
Exactly.
Stop crying like a little punk, or those different terms, right? And if God didn't mean for a man to cry, he wouldn't have blessed us with tear glands or tear ducts, whatever you call
Man,
it.
I say that all the time.
Right. But now as a 40-year-old man, I still had to fight that trauma and those sayings, right? So we don't say stop crying like a little girl, but we say pause after everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We say no Diddy now. You know what I'm saying? It's now you can't even express love from a male to a male in a masculine way now. I'm not talking about I'm talking about if I tell Lavelle, I love you, brother, I gotta put pause behind it or something. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But I'm saying all that to say is there is no safe space for a man to do nothing unless he has money, a job, or a woman. So who am I? If I don't have no job, who am I? If I don't have no money, who am I? If I don't have a woman, who am I? If I don't have a car, who am I? Who am
By
I?
the world standards, you're nobody. You're nothing.
Nothing. Right?
And they
But
don't want to, and they say men's supposed to always provide, but it's always based upon other things outside of providing those things that I'm actually holding within that I don't get to discuss, because of the trauma that I've been through because I was not able to be vulnerable and transparent, as a man.
Right. Right. And the crazy thing about that is when you talk about provision, money ought to be like I think we talked about this. Money is asking a man to provide via money, and you're dating him or you're in a relationship with him. It's like asking a child asking the parents, "Are you gonna feed me?"
Right.
That's automatic. Now, I'm not comparing a woman to a child. I'm
Right.
comparing that some things in a relationship is automatic.
Right.
Automatic. Automatic. Access to my whatever I have materially is automatic if me and you feeling one another.
Mm-hmm.
Automatic if that's a genuine and a masculine male
Right.
that is raised a certain way, right? So that
Right.
like that goes without explaining. But what else do you provide?
Mm.
What else do you provide?
Right.
Do you provide support? Do you provide consistency of coming home every night? Because I know a lot of men that provide money, but they don't come home every night. They
What
got
I say? What I say, Lavelle?
Mm-hmm. You want you to be
You know,
and,
present.
you
and,
you
and then and then a
you
certain
you at
type
the
of
house,
money,
you ain't present.
huh?
Yeah.
You at the house, but you ain't present.
You
Mm-hmm.
come on, man. Come on, man. What else do you provide other than money? So who is a man outside of money? Who is a man outside of a car? Who is a man outside of a job? All of that. And some of us have to be honest and answer, we don't know.
Right.
We just don't know.
Mm.
So
Wow.
so when a man, if a man, because this is crazy, but if a man don't have a job, or just say he has a job, uh, but he don't make the 100K, right?
Mm-hmm.
The ideology of some women now is, yeah, you got a job, but you ain't really making nothing. You can't do nothing for me. What about the emotional support? What about you see what I'm saying? All the other stuff that you
Yeah.
talked about.
Yeah.
Like
So
that don't count for nothing.
yeah. Yeah. So you got to think though, the same way we've been bred a certain way as a child, a woman has been bred a certain way as a child. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell. I told my
But
partner earlier.
let me ask you: do you think that's more of the today women thinking, or because some of the older women that we talk to or that we engage with daily on our podcast, they don't really think this way, not like
Right,
that.
right,
It's more the
right.
younger women now. So again, I'm asking you: is it the younger women, or is it just all women that thought process is like that?
It's certainly not all women. I think it's a mixture of both, bro. I really
Mhm.
do. It
Okay.
may be more
Mm.
so than older. I don't know, but I think it is a mix of both. Because I've seen women on social media. I mean, this lady, you can this lady, this husband this year because he got fired from his job, and she told this dude, "If you loved me, you wouldn't have got fired. So you must not love me." She divorced that dude.
What?
You can Google this. It is great. It's a woman our age. You would think she got
Mhm.
enough set up for worse means. If somebody lose their job, you should still show emotional support, mental support, blah blah blah, or slack, general slack. No, she said
Right.
I because her logic was he wouldn't have got fired, and fired can't take care of me would put
I don't know
himself.
what's going on, brother, but your volume going in and out now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
It was
it
weird
was
when
just
you
when you
came in.
talk, your volume is going in and out. It was doing good, and I don't know what you did.
What about now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I had the speaker covered up. So yeah, so
Okay.
but yeah. So I think it's a mixture of both ages. It may be younger women more so than older. I don't know. I
Hmm.
don't have numbers on that. But from my page, if I'm going just strictly off my Facebook page, I'm mostly friends with older women on there. And I hear them talking some of the most immature talk, 50-50. I don't want no 50-50 man. Da, da, da. He got to be able to pay all my bills. Well, if you paying all your bills now, 100% of your bills, and that man come in and get 50-50, That's still better than what you was doing before him.
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
somebody,
It's like no, yeah.
now I was saying somebody brought up that same point that you want a man to pay, don't go half and half with you, but before he showed up, you was paying 100%.
You see, they don't think about that kind of logic though. You get what I'm saying? They don't, and not only that, you work your way up to 100% of anything. You don't start off at 100%.
Yeah.
You work your way up to
I
that.
don't even understand the percentage concept, period. I don't understand that. I don't, because I grew up in a time in the era where my stepfather, he brought all the money home. My mom my mom paid all the bills, took care of whatever she needed to take. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no, you got this, you got this. My mama had money she was putting in the pot too. You know, she was working, you know, so it wasn't one of those things where, you know, it was 50-50. You bring 50%. I mean, cause who got time to sit back and calculate? Okay, I brought 50, you got 49.3. Who did that, bro?
Right.
You're exactly right. Because all the people
years tomorrow. 32 years tomorrow. Hold on. I'm giving some hand claps. 32 years, bro. And all our money go in one pot. It ain't no you and there have been times during our marriage where I made more or she made more or both of them make shit. You saying? We made it work. Monica says, in a relationship, you should take care of each other in all the ways you need him or her. It's not about finances. I am there to be my husband's helpmeet. If he falls short in whatever, I'm there. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, babe. I'm giving.
Right. And
I had to pause.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's real though. Right. And we've never had that 50-50 concept. Like I don't understand it. Me personally, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't even know where that came from.
Yeah, that now that comes from a mixture of the old and the new generation. Talking about, I've never seen my granddad ask for half on the light bill, half on the this. Baby, number one, they kept their business out of young folks' faces.
Yeah,
right?
Kids weren't involved, right?
Right. Number two, granddad had to have some help from somebody because he wasn't doing nothing but making $2 an hour, $3 an hour, $4 an hour. You know what I'm saying? I hear some help came from somewhere, you just didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? So you not hearing him ask about it don't mean he never asked anybody about it. You know what I'm saying? So
how come grandmama always went inside here and pulled some money out and give you some money? Grandma had money too.
Come on, man.
She might have been getting it from Mr. Charlie, but she had it.
Right. Man.
She got it from down the street, but she got it.
She got it from down the street, but she got it.
Tony, I told you I found the video because I
actually did you had it queued up? Yeah,
it's about 7 minutes, but I think it'll give us some more dialogue. It's kind of saying some of the same stuff that Broom has already said, but he give a little bit more dialogue to it. So about 7 minutes. We may not play all of it, but I think he really got into some good stuff. So I go over and share my screen. All right.
Granddad was shooting. That man said granddad was shooting dice. Tyler, man, what you got working on the screen?
Hold on. I put on Facebook. Hold on, let me see what it say. What it's doing.
Man, you got nigga on the screen and stuff.
I posted YouTube. Hold on, let me stop sharing. Hold on.
This man said granddad was shooting dice.
Man, what?
Oh my God.
And he probably was.
Right. Marbles?
Man, what?
You might say marbles.
Make it big, man. Blow it up.
We'll be talking about why men hide their emotions.
There's an extra bit of faith in my amazing grace.
Never take my kindness for weakness. I'm phenomenal at offense and immaculate at defense. All I need is a reason. Rails applying pressure. I'm surprised that y'all still breathing. I'm changing with the seasons.
Gotta show off my merch real quick. Rocking that TF, where they talking about swoop bottom tee. Go ahead and get you one. Link is in the description. To understand why men hide their emotions, you gotta take it back to when I was a kid. When I say men that hide their emotions, I'm talking about all races, but I'm mainly talking about in the Black community. I can only speak for, the experiences I've been through. I can only speak about my life. When you're in the Black community, you're a little boy. It's looked down upon when you show emotions. For girls, it's completely different. Say if you got a son and a daughter and they're both riding bikes, little girl fall down, everybody run to her. Hey, come on, get up. You okay? Are you okay? Oh my God, my sweet baby. Are you okay? They kind of baby her up. But then when the little boy fall, he start crying. Get up. Ain't nothing wrong with you, man. Wipe yourself off. You good. Ain't no crying. You ain't no punk. You ain't no girl. It's like the mindset in the Black community. Everybody's built with emotions, whether that's happy emotions, sad emotions, mad, whatever. And for people to tell you that, oh, you're a girl if you cry or you're a punk or whatever, it's messed up. Like my mom said that to me before, and it messes us up. And the reason why it messes us up is because as we get older, we don't know how to express ourselves. We hide our emotions because crying and showing emotions, it make you vulnerable. It make you seem like you're weak. You always thought you got to be strong. You got to walk with your chest out, head up. That's how you got to walk. That's how you got to carry yourself. You don't cry around here. You the man. That's how they look at it. You got to hide your emotions. A guy can be going through so much, man. So much. Dude can have bills due, no money for food. He don't know how he gonna make it next week. He got all these emotions running through his body. But what happens is men don't cry out in public, man. They cry in private. They cry in the dark room like, man, why me? And somebody can come knock on their door in the middle of them crying. Yeah, hold up, I'm getting dressed. They're already dressed, man. They wiping their face, clearing their eyes, man. Yep. They're gonna put that mask on.
Yep.
You know that everything's all right. The only emotions that guys tend to show is when they're angry, when they're upset. The reason why they show those two type of emotions is because those ones seem masculine. Those are the ones that they can unleash because it looks masculine. When you, oh yeah, man, I do this, you barking and all that shit like that. It seems masculine. As you get older, you get into these relationships with different women. Oftentimes, guys in the Black community are raised by a single mom. Now, if you not in the Black community raised by a single mom, you're gonna be able to relate to this. A woman cannot raise a man. Only a man can raise a man. A woman can try her best. But what's gonna happen is a woman is gonna try to raise a man the way she think a man should be raised. When you're a single mom and you got a kid and you look up to your mom and you never seen a guy love your mom, how is that boy gonna know how to love a woman? He may have an idea, so he grows up his whole life, getting into relationships that keep on just breaking off. He's hiding his emotions, he don't know how to express himself, and he doesn't know how to love a woman. Women got different love language, man. They love hard. What happens is when you get into a relationship, you don't know how to love. You don't know how to express yourself. You're hiding your emotions. Love this woman to death. You love her with everything you got, bro. Because you don't know how to express that to her. She thinks that you don't love her anymore. She thinks that she loves you more than you love her. And it's very frustrating or very upsetting for a guy to hear that. In his mind, he's like, man, I'm doing everything I know to do. Understanding the Power and Purpose of Women by Dr. Miles Monroe. I read this book on a simple fact that I want to learn how women think. If I know how women think, then I can understand them more. Women, if you're watching this video, he has a book, Understanding the Power and Purpose of Men. You can understand how men think and what men go through. That doesn't mean, guys, you got to cry about every little thing. You got to, at the end of the day, you still got to be strong. But you got to be with a woman that understands that, look, hey, I came from this. Show me how to love you. Tell me how to love you. Let me express myself without you putting me down. Guys hide their emotions even from.
Man, if y'all don't get nothing from that, women, show the man how to love you. It's a lot of men that were raised. If you listen to what he's saying, a lot of men were raised just like Broom and I talked about already. You got to be strong. Get up. You stop crying. Oh, you got the men on. And so we don't understand like how to nurture, care. A lot of us don't, we don't, because we never had to use that side of our emotions, or we bottled it in because that's considered weak. And so if you don't show us how to love you, women, a lot of times we don't know unless we've been around, a man, like my dad showing my mom that he loved, or my stepfather. You know what I'm saying? If we didn't have those examples, a lot of times we don't know. So
right. You're muted, Broom.
There you go.
Gotcha.
So just hearing that, Broom, because he basically said all the same stuff we've been saying.
Yeah. Listen, man. I kind of only give kickback on one point, but I'll get into that, down the line. But I agree with 98% of what he said. It is. We need to see. They tell us, but they don't show us.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And men being thinkers and critical thinkers. Once
Yeah,
you tell
logic.
me, I'm only gonna process it. That's all I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna process it, and then I'm gonna interpret what you're saying to me based on my logic, based on my understanding.
Right.
But if you show me, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
If you show me, then all I have to do is mimic what you showed me in a way that's more creative that I will come up with and things of that nature. But it's still what you showed me. And so, a lot of times they just want you to get it. Well, you should know. Well, you've been dating me for 20 years. And no, I just don't get it, because there was times I asked you what was wrong with you and you said nothing. But then 2 hours later, you like, well, how can you go play the video game? I'm like, no, I asked you what was wrong with you. You said nothing. I went on about my business. So it's too many mixed signals in there to be trying to figure out how to do something with you when it's never constant. You know what I'm saying? So I would rather you just show me than tell me, if that makes sense. Yeah.
It's kind of like I said earlier. If I don't understand, because I'm a logical thinker. I'm always trying to process stuff. If you find me in deep thought, I'm trying to figure. So I'm trying to process it.
Yep.
And like, that's the reason I said I can't understand. I can't even fathom the concept of the 50-50, because I was never shown that.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? I wasn't shown that. I was shown, hey, put it all in the bag and just, So that's why I don't fully understand, like, the concept. I can't get into it. I can't buy into it. I know it's out there. I know people talk about it, but I just can't do it.
I agree.
I want to bring up scripture here. Paul says in Corinthians, when I was a child, I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. That's not talking about a man itself. That's talking about humanity. So the thing about it is, you got to make a choice as to how you're going to evolve and when you want to evolve. And when you're in a relationship, especially when you're married, and we talk about this again, Tony, that every 3 to 5 years you should be better than you were, and not only be that, but hey, we need to acknowledge that. Hey, baby, you come a long way. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate, what you've been to me and what you've done to me and who you are to me, and celebrate each other in that area. I think that's a lot of the problem too. Why it be like it be, you know what I'm saying? Why we don't evolve like we should, because we're not poured into.
Wow. Whew. Man.
I ain't got nothing to add to that, Bishop.
Look, jeez. I know Pastor Broom just got off work, and I don't want to keep him on here all night, because we didn't went hours and hours, so we don't want to do that tonight. So I want to jump on into a topic. I have a couple of these topics, but I just kind of want to lighten the load a little bit, because that was heavy what we just did. That was heavy.
We didn't even get our way into it.
I know. Let me read a couple of these comments, then we'll jump into this. Azon said, they told me don't cry when my grandfather passed away. Wow. Monica said, ouch. I've been on both sides where I've told our sons to man up, but I've also told them that real men cry. Said, good valid points. I appreciate that. Azon said 2 hours later, more like 2 weeks later. LOL. Monica said, you should be better and know each other better. Growth.
Yep. But before you go into the topic, Maze, Broom, you said you had one point that you didn't agree with on the gentleman. Could you bring it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, not so much that I didn't agree with it. I'm a bit indifferent by it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I kind of raised by a single mother. I not disagree, but I'm indifferent about this whole thought because I used to think like that. But as I gotten older, about this thought a woman can't raise a man. I know what they mean by that. I know what they
Mm-hmm.
mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm indifferent on the thought, bro. I've seen many women raise. Now, I agree with the statement, raise them to the best they know how. But that's what
Yeah, that's what I was finna say. You just can only raise them to the best you know how, but a woman can't teach a man how to be a man. And I think when they say that, I think they're talking more of that than anything
right.
else, But as a woman, if you know you're a single parent and there's no man or no male figures present, you have to do the best you can.
Mm-hmm.
True, Tony. But here's the pushback. Isn't that what a man is doing when you break that down? He's
Yeah.
raising that boy to the best that he knows how, because who's to say he was taught properly how to be a
Yeah.
man?
But
I see what you're
okay,
saying.
so and I guess this is where the agree to disagree come in at. When we have, I mean, I'll say it all day long. My mama showed me a lot of stuff coming up. My mama taught me all the homemade stuff, cooking, cleaning. You need to do that, do that. You might not find a woman that can do this stuff. You need to know how to cook for yourself, clean for yourself. But there were some things that my daddy showed me that my mama could have never showed me. You see what I'm saying? And I think
give me an example.
Then they say that as a whole. Come on, don't make me do that.
Do it.
Don't
Let's
make me
talk
do
about
that.
it. Let's
But
talk about it.
there are some things that my dad showed me as a man that my mama could have never showed me that, because my mama is not a man. When my dad sit there, even as my dad had talked to me about, coming into my own as a young man, and he pulled me to the side and started talking about, we always talk about the birds and the bees and all this stuff. And he sit there and he just told me real man shit, like, and I like, right, and so many things going through my mind right now. Like, I can't really just narrow one thing, but there were things he taught me as a man, and talked to me about as a man, that I know my mother could have never shared with me, because she'd never been a man, so she couldn't tell me that. And so when I say, when they speak, what I believe is, when they speak from the thing that a woman can't raise a boy to, I think they're saying is like, there are some things as a man that the woman just can't show you, but they have to do the best they can. And I agree with you on the point that as men, we do the best that we can as men, because as you say, we might not have been shown all of the proper way of doing stuff.
And I get what you're saying, because I just, like, you have daughters, right? So at some point, at that point, they're gonna get ready to start having their flowers. You ain't never had no period.
Exactly.
You
Right.
like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You ain't had no cramps.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't even tell them what it feels like.
Right. And so that's why I say I'm indifferent rather than disagree, because
Yeah, exactly.
all of this depends on context. Because I've
Right.
seen some men raise some of the worst men ever that has walked this earth. And I've seen some women raise some of the worst daughters to ever walk this earth.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I've seen
Okay.
single fathers
Mm-hmm.
who, where the mother have died, I've seen
Mm-hmm.
those same single fathers teach those young girls he had to the best of his ability how to be young women.
But didn't they rely? You don't think they relied on the village too?
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the village, as Ava said, I think the village has a lot to do with it too, because where you may fall short in the era, you got some men over here, some uncles or some cousins, you know what I'm saying, that can show. Like one of the things that my dad talked to me about and showed me, like when you get erection, you know, a woman ain't had no erection, you know what I'm saying? And so he actually talked to me about erection, and I was like,
yeah,
because as a little boy, you know, when we get that first erection, we playing, we don't really understand it, you know.
Yeah.
Right. And my dad had one of them conversations with me talking about the erection, and I'm like, what? You know, even the pre-ejaculation, and I'm like, bro, what? You know, so these are things that the woman couldn't have told me. Right. She had a hard, you know, a male, you know, part to be able to share that.
Right, and that's why I always bring it back to being indifferent, Tony, because I'm not disagreeing with that. There are some aspects like I didn't learn how to drive until I was what 18, I was 19. I didn't learn. I mean, I don't know how to work a screwdriver, an Allen wrench, none of that. You know what I'm saying? And I understand now that all of that is directly due to the fact that I never had a male presence in my life, right?
Right.
So I had to redefine what manhood is.
Right.
For me. Because I don't cut grass, I don't fix nothing.
Right.
I don't know every car in and out like the average man do. You know what I'm saying? Because I never, you know,
that's good stuff.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to redefine what manhood is, bro.
Right.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: do you know your father?
I knew of him before he passed. I met him once in person.
Oh wow! Okay.
Met him once in person at the age of 26.
But and you still can't, even with that, Lavelle. Hell, your daddy can be there every day, and you still not know your daddy.
That was my point from the accident.
I'm just saying, like anybody who has that kind of thinking, like shit, your daddy can be with you every day, and you know, being there and present and available and all that is, you know, it's two different things, man. So you know,
and I get it. That's just like, you
know, the person not to be in my life than to be there and not be there.
Right. I had both my parents in the home, but my folks were driven at a young age. So my mama worked 16, 17, 18 hours. My dad 12, 15 hours. Right. Hell, when he came home, he was probably drunk. My mama, she cooking, you know what I'm saying? So like, hell, I mean, like you say that, and I was gone because I was out playing music somewhere. So, you know, a lot of times they couldn't be a part of whatever I had going on unless they sacrificed and did so. But, you know, everybody's story is different.
Right. Yeah. Boy. Okay.
That's good stuff.
I get it. I get it though. I get it.
That's good stuff.
This real good stuff. So hold on. Let me read this last topic. Agreed. There are plenty of single women raising men and single men raising girls. I feel there should be a strong figure there to help in raising both. The same in relationships. I have very few family members in happy, healthy marriages or relationships, but what helped me were the examples I saw outside of my family. God put the right people in the right places right on time. Come on in here, baby. Yeah.
Well, that's one thing we always say. Blood don't make you family. So we already defined it. You know what I'm saying? I got uncles and aunties. I talk to Tony more than did I do them. So I get it.
Yeah. All right. Let's jump on in this topic, man. First of all, Pastor Broom, man, as always, it's always a pleasure having you on, man. We appreciate the knowledge you impart and the things that you share with us. Very forward thinking fellow, man, and I love, man, what you represent, brother. So I just want
Broom. That's why I like him. He just like me. I challenge stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you know, we kind of had the, you know, disagreement out of word that he used. You know, indifferent about the scenario about voting. You know, only reason we supposed to vote because, you know, because they died for you. Well, why is it always the same context? Right. And you said, you know, this because it is, and I'm like, why we still got them crutches on? You know what I'm saying? So I just use that for an example because there's so much stuff that we use, but we'll never get no context to it. It's why we're saying that. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a whole lot of ways to get to where you're going.
You know, everything. I'm a firm believer that, like, that you know, I'm a factual person. Like you had to kind of hit me with the facts. You know what I'm saying? You just can't tell me, and you ain't got nothing to really bag it up. So, you know, but when you ask that question about why people keep saying, well, people died, well, that's fact. People died so you can have the right to vote. So you should do it, you know. So anyway.
Right. But what I'm saying is educate the people on the, you know, every time. Okay, so that's gonna be the only reason I vote. I ain't did no research. I ain't got no data. You got to go vote because mama's died. Damn, really?
So let me ask you something. If I want to go get a job, do I just sit back and wait on the people to just call me, or do I go put an application in?
You go put an application in.
So some work has to be done. So you said I got to educate them. Some people don't want the education. The internet is free. You can go find anything you want on the internet. We tell you knowledge is free, but we don't want it because what they said a long time ago, Broom. If you want to hire something from black people, put it in the book.
Right. But my other and I don't know how we got here, but my other context is that
you brought it up. What you mean?
Yeah, my other context is why I get disturbed with it because we're the only people that's using that context. You know what I'm saying? The white dude ain't telling me, hey man, you got to go vote because your folk died.
Because Lavelle, because they're the ones don't want you to vote. They trying to stop you or take the right of you away from you. And if it wasn't important, your vote wasn't important, they wouldn't even worry about trying to stop you from vote or put all these roadblocks and barriers in to keep you from voting. Is all I'm saying. Anyway, let's get into the topic.
What I am saying is, like,
man, gotta get into the topic, man. That's another day. Gotta get into the topic. So I got two of these topics. I got two of these topics, but we're only gonna do one of them. And so since we just had that little deep whole conversation about men and men's health and men's feelings, and I want to make it a little light. So what is a pronunciation error that you always find annoying? What is a pronunciation error that you always find annoying? I got one right off the bat.
Scrimp.
Yeah.
Scrimp. Man, scrimp. Oh yeah, scrimps. They say scrimps.
With the S on the end.
Yeah, scrimps.
Prickle.
Oh my God.
Well, they say I don't say music right. I be trying to see why am I not holding my tongue correctly.
What you don't say?
What Memphis twang. We got a Memphis twang when we say music, so I think everybody understands that. But prickle, screech, and scrimp is not Memphis. That is just straight country.
Ghetto, ratchet.
Oh man, Pacific.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah.
Somebody said that at a funeral. 2 weeks ago.
Pacific.
I mean, he said it loud in the mic. You know, he was real Pacific about what he wore. I'm like, oh my God. Pacific.
Yeah, that Pacific though, boy.
Yeah.
And then they go really go get that talk. Now, everybody from Memphis talk like that. I said, no, everybody don't.
Yeah.
Hey, but Tony, you've lived outside of Memphis, right?
No.
So no. I've lived outside of Memphis. We talk like that, bro. We may not talk to it to the now.
You be out of town a whole lot of time, but so you get it.
Not like Glorilla. Glorilla is the other side of man. Glorilla is Arkansas country.
Yeah, I listen. Not to the degree of.
I'm talking about backwood Arkansas.
We don't do it to the degree of Glorilla, but we all got that Memphis twang, bro. We all got it.
Well, I know we have that little southern twang because I was there a long time ago. I was going through a drive-through one in Chicago, and by the time I made it to the window to pick up the order, it was 5 people in the window. They tell me, we had to see where you went. We knew you over here because you so country. I was like, I just want a quarter pounder with cheese and some fries. I mean,
you can hear it, Doc.
It's just like,
listen, you
you
know.
go to Louisiana and they be like, "What do you want, baby?" You know.
Yep. That's my,
I
yep.
order that beef from Louisiana. Yep.
Can I take your order, baby? You know, when I hear that Louisiana twang, I be like, "You from Louisiana?"
Yeah.
Well,
but Tom, the crazy thing about that is they don't hear it. They can't hear it.
Right.
Yep.
We hear
don't
it, but
hear
they
it.
can't hear it.
We don't hear it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I don't hear it until I get around somebody that's like I said, you super country, like they grew up in the country way down, and everything be like, I be like, damn, y'all country. Like we be saying, bring me a drink out the kitchen, and up north they say soda or pop.
Yep.
Bring me a pop or bring me, they ain't gonna say drink, and that drink for them is liquor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we say go get me a drink out the cooler right there.
Right. They be like, you finna drink some liquor? Nah, I wanna, nah. Oh, you want a pop? I'd be like, well, pop, whatever. She said,
hilarious.
Hun. Well, what's the proper word for hun?
Well, you know how to, hey, hon, how you doing, hon?
Yeah, but I mean, we talk about like, Monka is crazy, man. Monka said she talking about that moose knuckle. Moose knuckle. I stayed in Florida, and Florida country, bro. Florida country.
Well, yes and no. It just depends.
Well, Florida's country, bro.
No, I don't agree. It depends on what type of Florida you're in. But
boy, Florida country.
Because you got so many mix going on in that joint.
You know, Family Feud did they had one of them questions where name the state with the hardest accent. New Orleans, Tennessee, Florida, Mississippi. None of them won it. It was Texas.
Yeah, now Texas got a lot of mixture. You know,
it was Texas.
Yeah, because I think the only reason because you do have those people that are really, really country, but you have so many organizations and companies in like Fortune 200, 300, 400, 500 companies in Texas down in there that you're going to have that mix of like upper class people that speak well and fluent. And then you're going to have them backwood country Texas redneck with the flag in the back, one with the gun hanging in the
they country, it ain't the same country.
Marcus, I lived outside of Memphis. I didn't know I was country until I went back up north. Yeah. New Orleans people are funny, boy. And see, that's the thing. Like the hustle and flow, Terrence Howard, we don't talk like that, bro.
We don't talk. I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how Glorilla be talking though. Glorilla is a different kind of country, bro.
Now I have
real
individuals that kind of country.
But Terrence Howard though, like I don't know if like y'all ever heard him like really talking his like normal voice, but he be talking like he high all the time.
The other word we use is not a word. It's conversate. That's not a word.
Conversate. Yep.
Converse.
Conversate. Conversate. Yeah. Man. I can see so many people saying Pacific. What did the lady say the other day? Matter of fact, it was on Family Feud. The lady said something. Steve Harvey said he looked at her. He looked at her like,
"Oh, you talking about the one that said,
he'll bust him out,
corn." He asked what a word you put behind some, and she said corn. No. She said lowen. She said he said what come behind pork? She said lawn. Steve said lawn. She said LION lawn.
Lied. She said LION pork loin.
YouTube, she said lawn. Lawn. He said, what? She said Lion. Lawn.
Avon said,
Lawn.
Avon said, I say conversate because Converse is a shoe.
No, it ain't a word.
Yeah, wow, man.
Straight.
Yep, there's one of them. I'm
They
straight.
said straight. I'm straight though. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight.
Nah, man. You can't say no straight, man. We too grown for that, man. Now, if you playing, we can say that. If you play,
I said, don't even know I'm saying it though.
Oh,
man, but we said a lot of words,
playing,
man. Like we said a lot of shit though. But we'll mess some words up, bro.
Oh yeah, we guilty. We all been guilty.
Man,
listen, man. We too grown to be saying straight though, man. And be serious though. And be serious.
Oh yeah.
And be serious.
You don't come out like we having like the dialogue we just had before we went into this topic. Now you know what I'm saying, dude, man, made a great point. I want to.
Oh, come on, Lavelle, man. You can't be. Come on, Lavelle, man.
I wouldn't have said it like they did, but like we tripping now, like man, I was great, cuz.
Yeah, man, that's different because we know the context. But you can't be in the classroom at a college somehow. I'm about to get straight to the point.
Nah, bro. They're gonna be like, no, sir. I'm finna find me another instructor because I can't sit up here with this. But Lil Tony used to say, we used to eat crystals all the time, crystals. And once I found out that crystals had chili and you could dunk your crystals in the chili and be fine. Now I don't eat it no more, but so Lil Tony was young and he couldn't pronounce a lot of them words like that. So one day we was riding home, he said, Dad, can we stop and get some Christmas and chili? I said, what? He said, some Christmas and chili. I said, Christmas and chili? And we playing my baby. You know, he said Christmas. Christmas and chili.
I think one time we were riding down the street and they had a sign about virginity. Somebody said virgin. I mean Virginia. So what is Virginia? I'm like, what? That's
all messed up.
Hey, Tony, I got one for you, Tony. You don't remember. I used to be with y'all with you, DK, Prince, SDJ, and all that. And you used to say, supposed to.
Oh, no, I ain't gonna say that. Somebody like this saying, but I always say supposed. I ain't gonna never say supposed to.
Bro,
that ain't even come out my mouth.
I need to bring Mario on. You
no, hell no.
Bro.
No, I ain't never had problem with my pronunciation like that. And I know supposed.
I'm telling you, bro.
We take the SU off and say SUP.
Tony, we checked you one whole night
about now I say pose to.
Yeah.
You might get. I ain't gonna say suppose. I say pose to. You pose to.
Yeah, pose to.
I say you pose to. Now the veil got me dead to the right on them, but I ain't gonna say no suppose. But I say pose. If I can say pose versus suppose, I'm gonna say pose. You supposed to do it. You supposed to do it. Man, you supposed to do it, bro. You supposed to do it.
We're gonna have to bring DK Mario. I'm telling you, bro. You said that one
time. Suppose won't even roll off my list right. Suppose, but if you said I was saying pose too.
Yeah, that sound like more like two.
You had me dead to the right, boy. Cause I'll say that in a minute. You pose to, boy.
You better get one night about that.
Try talking on the phone to somebody from the Middle East. Oh no, I ain't even trying to do that. That right there, because first of all, they're gonna have to repeat. They got to keep repeating the stuff over and over for me, and that frustrates me. That's gonna frustrate the heck out of me if you got to keep repeating the same stuff because I can't understand what you're saying. And then they think because they say it real slow, they think because they say it real slow that you gonna hear them.
Right.
Yeah,
Hey,
man. All these companies now, man, all they got is the foreigners working for them. You can't understand nothing they saying.
Nothing.
Tony.
Yeah.
I think it's what your wife said. Spose.
I might have said that. Supposed to. Yeah. Yeah, I might have said that. But I'm gonna say pose all the time. Now I might have said supposed to, but I ain't gonna suppose. I ain't gonna that ain't gonna roll out my lips right. Suppose. But if I say exposed to or opposed to, you got me.
Opposed to.
One thing about my wife, Doc. One thing about Dawn. If I get them, if I murder them words, she gonna let me know.
Oh,
I'm talking about, I could be here. I could be here on the podcast or on the phone when she get back in my presence. What the hell did you just say?
Now, what if you use a word and you don't use it in the right context?
All of that, all the above, Doc. She telling me you didn't use that word right or you didn't say it. She gonna be on my ass,
bro.
Doc.
That's my wife. My wife will say a word, and I'd be like, "That ain't even you didn't even use that in the right." She said, "Tony be on autocorrect with text and post." I sure do.
Yeah, man, what?
They don't want right to show. No,
you're looking crazy in these creeks, man. Because I want to be
we
scraped.
don't say we sure do. We say we sure do. Sure do. Sure do.
I'm supposed to be sounding pretty in these creeks so I can get some strawberries.
Yeah, the strawberries. Strawberries.
Yeah,
I need to get some strawberries.
Nothing humbles me more than when I go back and listen to myself preach. It's a bunch of broken English and everything, man. I'm like,
I just did that.
And, so let me ask you a question. Do you write your sermons down?
I used to. I don't anymore. I
can't do that. Like I have to write mine. I'm gonna be all off script. I'm gonna be if I don't write it down, or at least have like some points that's gonna lead me to the next thing.
Yeah.
I use my phone and my iPad. I don't physically write.
I'm saying I would type it or whatever, but I got some paper, computer, phone, or something. Yeah,
you got some guys who actually sit down and write it out with pen and paper, Doc. I ain't doing
that. Yeah, they don't know how to type or something. I don't know. There's too much new stuff out here now.
Right, for real. Yeah. Now I do study about 30 hours a week, about 32 hours a week.
That's good.
And I used to be a manuscript preacher, meaning word for word. What I found was the manuscript restricted me from movement because I kept looking at that screen.
Right.
So what I do now is more so word studies. I study the word in Greek or Hebrew, and I do syntax, and I do all of that. If I get that word and what it means, that like that one specific word or something like that, and I make notes about that word, and I got my points, I study my points so much that by the time Sunday morning come, I know everything by heart.
Yeah. My memory, like my memory is not that great like that. Now I'm being honest. I'm serious bunk ass. Like I can't. Like, and then if somebody do something that's distract me something, I'm thrown off from what I was finna say next. So I can't do that. But and it's crazy because I can look at something and mimic it and build it almost just by looking at it.
Yep.
I'm talking. I can literally look at something and be like, I'm gonna study for a second, and I'd be like, okay, boop, 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 plop, 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 couldn't, and then I'd built it, and they're looking at it like, damn, bro, you just, just build it, But I can look at it and build, but when it comes to like stuff like that, unless now, because some messages we might preach 2, 3, 4 times. By the time I get to the second, third time, I don't need the paper because I didn't preach.
Know it. Yeah.
I like to study late over in the morning, like early in the morning. Like, I don't like, for some reason, it just seems better at midnight.
Because it's quiet. It's quiet and still, yeah. When I went to boot camp, they just told me, just don't talk no more. They said they need Dr. Lula to understand me. I feel you, because I'm gonna tell you how country I was in boot camp. They said, "Where you from?" I said, "Tennessee." So they started calling me Tennessee. They called. It was three of us. One was from Texas. They called him Tex. Other one from Mississippi. They called him Mississippi, and they called me Tennessee. We were the three countries.
Y'all sound like South Memphis. If you ever want to go out of town, go to South Memphis. You can go anywhere you want to go. You go to Mississippi, Texas, Kansas. Get South Memphis. You can go out of town.
Right. But look, gentlemen, this has been real. This has been really, really good again, man.
Sure.
Dr. Broom, we appreciate you coming and sharing on this midweek service, man. We really appreciate it. I want to again bring up our homeless tent drive that we're doing on the 23rd. Right now, I think I told Lavelle, as of right now, what I said, 57 or 58. We have 57 or 58 tents that we've collected. My goal was 80. And we still got another week and a half, y'all. So we still got time to get them in there. You can order them on Amazon. They're about $22, $23 on Amazon. All we need to do is order one tent, just one tent. You order one tent, man. Everybody order one. We'll meet the goal of 80. So
I'm gonna order one. Do you have a link?
You just go on Amazon, man. They got the 1 to 2 person tent, like the weatherproof tents. That's like $22. I just ordered one like 2 days ago, and it came today. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the 1 to 2 person tent. They like 20. I think my total was $24.31 when I got through with the tax and stuff, something like that.
Cool.
But yeah, the home tent drive that we're doing, we're connecting with the Genre Memphis, Sweet Teas Eats, in Lake Grove. My church is actually doing the toiletries. They're gonna put together some bags with toiletries in it and hand out. Sweet Teas is gonna be handing out snacks, and then we're gonna be handing out the tents, man. And so we definitely want as many tents as we can get, you know. And then I've had people ask me, like, say, I got some blankets, books and stuff. I said, man, look, I mean, it need to be something where they can carry, because most of the homeless people, they got, you know. I want to tell you what we need to do too, Lavelle. Another thing that we can look at some point is the wagons, something that they can haul stuff around in, other than trying to steal a basket and pushing a basket around town. And we got those little wagons with the big wheels on them. They can put some stuff.
We got it like at Sam's and Costco, the little things that fold up that you can pull out.
Yeah, like I don't know if you've seen the one I've been using for my vending snacks. I call it, like the wagon. Yeah, and then most of those wagons, they hold up to 350 pounds. So even if they got a lot of stuff in it, you know. So I think at some point, man, we might want to look at doing a drive. I know the wagon's gonna cost a lot more, but maybe we can get with a company or something and get them at a discounted price or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
you know, but I do know that will probably help a lot of them out too. Just having something that they can take their belongings and not have to haul it around in bags and garbage bags and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And let me give my shouts out, man. I want to shout out all the people who've already given. Of course, me and my wife had purchased 16 tents. Lavelle gave, Miss Gwen gave, Andrea Douglas, Janice Keys, Loretta Poindexter, Clarence Plater, Tamla Williams, Sam Clark, Tamara Bell, Mother Clinton, Phoebe Rucker, Rodney Stanton, Lemus Esther, Monica Ingram, Margaret Boyd, Phyllis Hardaway Hill, and Felicia Sargent. So we definitely, and then I've talked to a lot of people who said that, I got the tent in my Amazon cart. I just need to go and order it. So hopefully, again, man, we'll end up hitting our goal of 80, at least 80 by time the 23rd. So
yeah, I gave your number to someone today. They already got the 2 tents, so we really right at 60.
You could have just got them, and then me and you link up and get them. So
her truck is down. So she said, Miss Alta, she said that some of her cousins belong to Lake Grove, so she said gonna call them and send them to church.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That'll work. One more thing before we get off here, man. I want y'all to be in prayer for Chris the Clark family. He just buried his sister, Pastor Clark, our interim pastor. He just buried his sister. I want to be in prayer, continue prayer for that family, and also I want to put my cousin on the prayer list as well. Right before I got on here, she called me with some news as well, and I want to lift her up. Her name is Paula Austin. Just so you guys can say her name, when you're saying your prayers.
Most definitely that.
Yeah. All right, man. If there be nothing else, as we say in church, all hearts and minds clear. Pastor Broom, you want to do the honors of praying us out?
Man, yes, sir. May the Lord watch between me and thee. No, I'm just come on, man. Let us pray. God, we thank you for being good to us. We thank you for another day. We thank you for just men having a safe space to talk and express our opinions, our feelings
Yes,
about
Lord.
some things, our thoughts about some situations. We're asking you to bless this podcast, bless it even more, that its reach may go to not just men, but the community at large, so that people can understand that men can have conversation and be indifferent or even disagree with certain points without being hostile, without being disagreeable. And so we
Yes,
thank you
Lord.
for these men and what they are doing for the community. We ask you to bless the tent drive and
Yes, God.
just bless it with more than what they're asking for. Help it to be successful and help it to be a blessing to those who are without a place to stay during this holiday season. And God, we just ask you to bless our community, bless the Memphis community.
Yes, Lord.
These young people busting out cars and killing elderly people and just killing people in general. We're just asking you to bless our community and God bless this nation as we get ready to take on a new president. But God, we
Yes.
know you still in control and we know you sit on the throne and we ask you to bless your people everywhere in Jesus' name. We pray, amen.
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 Thank you, bro. Thank you. We appreciate it. Look,
Also
man, we'll
praying for
see y'all
Paula
in,
Austin.
huh? What'd you
I said
say?
also praying for Paula Austin. You said Paula
Yes.
Austin, right?
Yeah, Paula
Yes.
Austin. Yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you, all of you at home, for tuning in, listening. Once again, Pastor Broom. He's we're gonna have to throw him another hat, Lavelle. He be on the show so much, we got to give him another hat. But that just shows you the level of respect that we have for you.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you. Appreciate your engagement, your opinion, and your thoughts. And so we never want to take those things for granted when we have people that we know doing things in the community, people that are moving and activating and doing things, positive things in the community. Because a lot of times we only highlight the negative things. We only highlight when people fighting. They throwing, fighting, the family fighting or whatever. But we don't. A lot of times we don't highlight the good things. And so,
Right.
this show, we always say, Lavelle and I always say that, we want to try to help people become the better version of themselves, whatever way they may be, and we feel like if we can at least, put out these engaging conversations and topics that people can at least learn from them, because everybody, the people that I've talked to that we've engaged with, man, it's surprising, the level of how this podcast is really getting out and affecting people. It's it's already gone way beyond I could ever imagine.
Yeah.
And just every time I'm out, I'm hearing people too big in their hats. People come up to me like I don't even see on the lives coming saying, "Man, I listen to y'all every day, man." And that one y'all did the other day about it, so they ain't lying because they telling you about the specific
Yeah,
topics.
that's what we talked about.
Yeah, the Pacific topic.
Hey, Mr. Pastor Broom, man, congratulations, man, on your 2-year anniversary at the
Yes.
church. Also,
Hey
go ahead
man,
and give
look.
your huh?
I was going to tell him, man, what's your cash out, man? So I'm gonna send a love off.
This is my phone number, the
What?
90148
Okay.
number.
90. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
901.
488
What is who?
1112 1112.
Hold on. You breaking up.
901-488-1112.
488-1112. All
Yeah.
right.
Uh-huh.
Also, man, go ahead and give a plug, man, for your 360 business, man, and tell us how we can book that.
Dream Selfish, hit me up 901-713-6003, or you can email dream360photobooth@gmail.com, or you can send me a DM on Facebook at dream at Dream Selfish on Facebook. We don't have an Instagram yet. Dream Selfish on Facebook, 901-713-6003 for the phone, dream360photobooth@gmail.com for email. Hit me
And
up.
they
It's
do
holiday
excellent.
season.
Yeah, they do excellent business. I've done several events with them, and him and his wife, Miss Monica, over there, and we've done several events together. Her family has hired me, and man, we always have a great time. And you got some good MCing skills too, man. I'm gonna have to make sure that I reach out to you to MC with me sometime. You saved me that day.
I sent it, bro. I sent it, man. I did what I said, man.
Cool. For sure. Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think I want to bless him with some.
You broke up.
I want to bless him with some of the microphone like we got.
I got some.
Now, if you're going to bless me with some more, that's fine. I got 4 podcast mics.
Oh, well, nah, we ain't blessing you with no
mics. On your phone. You can put on your phone. Like you see what Tony got on his shirt right there? That's a lapel mic. You put on your phone.
Yeah, you can tap. Yeah, you got the can you attach to your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's in my backpack right now. But you can bless me if you want to. You can bless me if you want to. I ain't trying to no blessing that.
Got them, man. We got them,
Yeah. Hey, look, I used to turn blessings down because I hate, I really hate receiving, to be honest with you. Man, this old lady pulled me to the side. She said, "Don't you ever turn nothing else down again. Because if you turn it down, you're not only stopping your blessing, but you're stopping the giver from getting what God got for them." I said, "Yes, ma'am. I'll never do it again."
Right. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Well,
you got to go. Get back with your wife.
All right, bro.
Hey, hold on, man. We're going to do it in the morning, too, man. But happy anniversary, man, to the Maze, man. Happy anniversary. 32 years, right?
32 years, bro.
32 years, man. God is amazing, Doc.
Hey, man.
Anybody stay with that nigga that long? I mean, I'm sorry.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Get your 3 minutes, man. Bye.
And she already said, "Get back here with your wife." Call them later.
Monica has spoken. Let the church say amen.
Amen, man. Look, we'll see y'all in the morning, man. 8:30 a.m., man. Right. 2 men in hat. Let's talk about it.
It's the 2 Minute Hats podcast. Let's talk about it every morning at 8:30 a.m. And also on Wednesday, it's the midweek service at 6:30 p.m. You can also join our Facebook podcast with the most. We got Tony Mays and Lavelle Salter. It's the 2 Minute Hats podcast. Let's talk about it.